can be on the table.
All right, I'll talk to him.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book.
I've no idea. Why don't you ask Brother Librarian?
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
뭔가 물어볼 게 엄청 많네. 누가 책임자인지는 물어봤던 거 아닌가?
Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always traveling, and on top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then we elect a new one.
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Nevlas. Cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, there's only been strife in the monastery. On one side are brothers who'd like to see John as abbot. On the other, those who support Nevlas, and they seem to be capable of fighting about it forever.
Tell me about John.
John is the circator and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crozier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure, his faith firm, and his ideas rational. Although perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here, which many brothers don't like.
Why does it matter so much who wins?
Because the future direction of the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers, and that some brothers are more concerned with their own comfort than with worshipping God. The older brothers take a different view. They say the younger monks want privileges they haven't earned, and each side has its own candidate.
I thought politics weren't part of the monastic way of life.
You're right, but we know nothing besides the monastery, and the abbot's decisions can influence our entire life. Some of the brothers take it very personally.
Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right now are about the election of the new abbot. They can already see poor Peter in his grave.
벌써 묻으면 들어간 것처럼 얘기한대.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
The old abbot is practically on his deathbed. There are two candidates. Half the monastery wants John, the other half Nevlas, and there's no chance they'll come to an agreement. But you've probably already noticed the atmosphere around here.
결국 같은 루트로 이어지네.
Tell me something about life here.
Prayer, work, obedience. That just about sums it up.
Can you tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules, which we still follow today. They're read at every meal. The fundamental precepts are obedience, work, and prayer. We're fully devoted to serving God. The outside world beyond the monastery walls is foreign to us.
Do you never want to know what's going on out there?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all will remain unchanged through the ages.
I'm interested in the monastery's history.
It was founded by Saint Procopius 500 years ago. After his death, heretics occupied the place for some time, but then the order was restored and brothers of the truth faith returned.
와, 마시면서 말하네. 대단한데?
They wanted to worship God with some foreign rituals, in a language foreign to God. They were driven away and their books burned.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now. Then there's the prior and the sub-prior, the librarian, the porter, and many others. As a novice, you should be particularly mindful of the circators. They're the ones who maintain discipline and punish bad behavior.
What can you tell me about the novices here?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yorick is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing.
Can you leave the monastery?
Well, where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway, all the doors here are closed and locked tight, so no one can get in or out.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
Brother John, obviously. No one's interested in Nevlis and his new ideas.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
이건 결국 똑같잖아. 이걸 해야 되나?
Let's drink.
That's the idea. And what should we drink to?
How about to the abbot?
To the abbot it is. But wait a minute, lad. Which one?
To Abbot John.
That's more like it.
맞춰줘야겠죠, 좀. 한판 하시죠.
Just the man we've been waiting for. My friend. So, let's play.
아, 뭐야, 시작부터 꽝이야? 뭐야. 딴 사람이랑 하네? 이게 뭐람? 아니, 방금 전까지만 해도 꼬라가지고선 고기에 떨구고 있던 애가 갑자기 이런다고? 일단 시스킨이 범인이긴 하죠. 시스킨이 범인인데 돈을 찾아보고 싶은데 돈을 도대체 어디에 숨겼다는 건지 정확하게 알 수가 없네. 수수께끼처럼 얘기를 해주니까 예배 시간에 슬쩍 쫓아가 봐야 되나? 아니 그러니까 오늘 밤은 할 수 있는 만큼 돌아다녀 보고 다 돌아다녔다 싶을 때 한숨 자고 내일 뭐가 또 이렇게 이어지는지 보죠. 내일 예배 시간에 시스킨 지 돈주머니 보러 가겠지. 그거 쫓아가면 되겠지 뭐. 아, 꽝이네. 아, 게임이 늘어진다. 뭐, 패가 이런 식으로밖에 안 나오냐? 숫자가. 이렇게 안 나오죠? 와, 근데 수도원에서 할 게 더럽게 많네. 에이. 어? 이거 실합니까? 아니, 나는 뭐, 개똥패가 나오고, 걔는 막 점수 엄청 주네? 이건 좀 너무하네. 아, 참. 제발 꽝, 제발 꽝! 아. 와, 이걸 이렇게 준다고? 이겨봤자 뭐 의미 없으니까. 일어나죠.
Ah, down the hatch. Every gulp of trees, isn't that the truth?
No wonder. With our throats going.
지켜보기 때문에 문은 못 열고.
Anyway, he's young and he wants to look good in front of the others. And he doesn't trust us to keep him safe from harm if he got too drunk to make it to prayer.
You mean like your good self last Christmas Day? The way you drowned out the prior's voice by snoring through the Agnus Dei?
Don't remind me.
됐다. 너네들 뭐 고참 수사들인 것 같은데 답이 없네요. 자기 저장하기? 저장 한번 할까요? 딱 1시간만 자고 저장을 하겠습니다. 일단 여기까지 진행을 했으니까 진행한 거에 대한 저장은 하고, 이렇게 되면 거진 1층은 다 돌아본 거 아닌가요? 1층은 다 돌아본 거 같은데. 여긴 예배당이잖아. 바뀌고 예배당. 아이템 좀 조금 챙겨와야겠다. 난 단검이랑 혹시 모르니까 그래서 깨는 건 아니죠. 이 갑옷까지 가져갈 필요는 없을 것 같아요. 안에서 뭐 어차피 세이비어 슈냅스랑 이러면 될 것 같아요. 뭐 다른 거 챙길 필요는 없고. 총을 가져오시오? 뭔 개소리야? 뭔 말이지? 일단 여기 다 돌지 않았나? 아니 그런데 석판 밑에라고 하는 게 난 이해가 잘 안 가네. 어디 있다는 얘기일까? 예배 시간에만 볼 수 있는데 석판 밑에. 그럼 여기 뭐 석판이라는 게 존재하나? 석판이랄 거 해봤자 저 재단밖에 없는데 이해가 안 가네요. 대체 어디에다 숨겨놨다는 건지 이해가 잘 안 가네요. 악픽이 여기 있었고 악도 좀 더 챙겨올 걸 혹시 풀어질지도 모르니까 악픽도 좀 챙겨올 걸 그랬다. 여기 갔다 오면 되죠. 아니 근데 일단 1층에서 할 수 있는 건 다 한 것 같아요. 지하도 딱히 없죠 뭐가. 지하 아까 걔네들밖에 더 없었죠. 할 수 있는 곳이 이제 없는데 다 훑어볼 땐 다 훑어본 것 같고 왜 이렇게 돌아다니죠? 하네? 뭐 없네? 다 널브러져 있네. 많다. 애들 뭐가 이렇게 많아?
What do we have here? A nice sharp dagger. Now what would a monk need that for?
안토니오스 건데 단검을 갖고 있더라. 수상하죠? 그러니까 이게 시스킨한테서 얘기 들으면서 그 뭐였지? 타비아스? 토비아스? 아닌데? 그 뭐야 도역들이 찾아달라고 하는 그 퀘스트가 깨졌단 말이죠. 시스킨이 맞긴 맞아. 네. 이상하네. 안토니우스가 너무 친절하단 말이지. 그리고 이상해. 여긴 또 무슨 공간이야? 아, 예배당이구나. 응? 왜 신발이 여기 떨어져 있지? 한 밑에 쏟았다는 게 나는 뭔 말인지 모르겠네. 일단 퀘스트는 그렇네요. 파이어스죠, 파이어스. 파이어스 어떤 수사가 파이어스인지 알아내기 퀘스트가 부족해가 깨졌단 말이죠. 시스킨이랑 얘기했을 때. 조약한 버릇들 이걸 할 필요가 있나 보지? 찢어진 측은 좀 궁금하네요. 어쨌든 하루 더 있어 봐야겠는데? 올라왔네. 왜 혼자 계속 돌아다닐까? 안토니우스가 살짝 궁금하긴 한데 일단 저장을 한번 하고
Be well.
What is that?
아, 횃불도 들면 안 돼? 네. 기도와 식사를 위해 교회
Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
I'm still curious about this treasure trove of yours.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
예배 시간에 가서 읽는다고?
I'll leave you be. Don't worry, I won't follow you again.
Thank you. And please, Gregor,
그러니까 뭐 이 새끼를 따라가긴 해야 돼, 이 새끼를. 지금 예배하러 가는 거거든요? 와, 를 위해서? 새끼 혼자 딴 데로 가잖아. 쫓아가보자. 아! 아니 근데 아니 이건 또 다른 얘기인가? 모르겠네. 비밀 보관함이 누구 건지 알아내서 이미 임무 완료된 건데. 아 근데 얘가 아닐 수도 있겠다. 아직은 몰라요. 아직은 파이어스가 누군지 아직은 모릅니다. 아 언제 끝나 기도?